So today we're going to take a knowledge check. All right. So there are three questions. And let's get started. So true or false? You need to purchase an Azure account before you can use any Azure resources. So this should be true. Because an Azure account is your gateway to access Azure services, and an Azure account is associated with an Azure subscription. And but then again, it brings me to think um, that I mean, if you're going to talk about um, like free accounts, I mean, because there is a section where they talk about free accounts um, and which has maybe a $200 credit um, for a 30-day timeline, and and there are some services which are absolutely free. So you're talking about services, and you can use any. So and here you're talking about any Azure resources. So it's not specific. Um, so now I'm thinking it should be false because they do say that you can create an Azure account. You need to put in a credit card for identification purposes, but you're not going to get charged. Um, and then you have, I mean, you have one of those regular free accounts, and then um, you also have student accounts where you can use it for a year, right? Whereas for regular account, it's more like 30 days, you know. So you need to purchase an Azure account. Okay, so let's go on to the next question here. And it says, what is meant by cloud computing? Okay, so cloud computing. So delivery of computing services over the internet. It seems to be good. I mean that the answer. Settling up your own data center and using the internet. So it should be this. So you're delivering computing services. So Azure is 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 cloud computing. I mean, you're literally delivering cloud services on the internet. People are able to access those services. People are able to access or create VMs. People are able to create databases without going around and purchasing hardware, procuring servers, and installing software, and it's all delivered to the cloud. And that is the underlying theme here, cloud computing. Which of the following is not a feature of cloud computing? Just not, right? Just not. Faster innovation. I mean, that is obviously a feature um, because you're not limited by the hardware, you're not limited by the resources. You can purchase as much as you want on the go, and it can it doesn't take too long to set it up, right? Because it's all delivered to you through the cloud. So this is definitely not the answer. The second one is a limited pool of services. That is probably the one, because when you talk about cloud is unlimited. I mean, you have so many services and it keeps on increasing. A lot of, Azure is a constant, I mean, it, they constantly develop, build new features, improve existing features. And third one is speech recognition and other cognitive services. Obviously, that is the future. We know about that: speech recognition, AI, machine learning. Um, so and obviously, speech recognition could be part of machine learning and AI because yeah, it's a repeated. You get to learn on how to speech as you feed in more data, and and the system learns about it, right? So it should be the second one. All right, so the only thing which you're not sure about initially was this one. You need to purchase an Azure account before you can use any Azure resources. But then it got us thinking that, I mean, there was a section about free accounts in the sense that I mean, you had to put in your credit card, but it's not necessarily for purchase, it's just for identification. And then you can, and there are some resources which you can use free, and there's no time limit for it. I mean, there are some resources where it's like a 30-day limit, and that's free, but you don't need to purchase before you can use any. So all right, so it's good. So we got 3 out of 3. So we'll look at the summary in the next video. So until then, see you next time.